Hello, my name is William Patterson, and I am a senior student assistant with the Honors Program at Elizabethtown College. 2 weeks ago, we heard from 4 students who shared their own personal experiences and what made the Honors Program so important to them. A week later, we heard from members of the alumni who shared their own experiences and how they were able to take what they learned and apply it to their career endeavors. This week, we're going to be hearing from members of the faculty that teach honors classes on the college campus. This is the final episode of the Elizabethtown College Honors Program docuseries. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the final installment. Throughout the Elizabethtown College campus, one can truly feel the community atmosphere. This is especially prevalent in the classroom. Here, students are able to build individualized relationships with their faculty. They're able to build long-lasting relationships where they're seen as more than professors, but mentors. Together, students and faculty form a bond at Elizabethtown College that cannot be found anywhere else. Let's listen to some stories from members of the faculty and how their role with the honors program has transformed the way they see Elizabethtown.
Hello, I'm Dr. Pretz, and I'm here to share with you about my experience with the honors program at Elizabethtown. So I'm a professor in the psychology department. I am a cognitive psychologist, so I study thinking, reasoning, memory, and most of my research has been on decision-making and creativity. So I'm really interested in when a person should trust their intuition because their hunches are valid or emotional or based on expertise. Versus when their intuitions might rather be more biased or lead to impulsive application of stereotypes. My research on creativity has been about how creativity is related to academic performance and whether students have insight into their own creative capacity. And I've integrated creative assignments into almost all of my courses, including my honors sections. My experience with the honors program really began when I became the director of the Stamp Scholars program in 2011. All of the Stamp Scholars are part of the honors program, and I started teaching the honors section of Introduction to Neuroscience in 2014. I taught that about 4 or 5 times throughout my beginning years here at E-Town. That's a course that is part of the core and it's required for a lot of students. And so it was really fun to have an honors section of that particular course. Dr. Wickham, who is a neuroscientist, has taken over that course and is teaching it now. But I've also stacked the honors neuro, I stacked intro neuro as well as intro to psychology for interested honors students. And I've done some contracting in my intelligence and creativity course as well.
Hello, my name is Dmitry Kichewski. I'm an associate professor of economics and a director of data analytics at the Elizabethtown College. My journey with college started in 2011. Shortly afterwards, I was approached to teach in the honors program, which I knew very little about. I moved to Elizabethtown College from Miami, Florida. I was a new faculty and I just wanted to teach economics. I did have experience with honors college myself when I was a student, but very briefly and many moons ago. So when I was approached to teach at the honors college, my initial question was, what is it that you would like me to do? and what is the criteria for the courses. And I quickly found out that one of the main features of our honors program is the interdisciplinary component of our courses.
Hello, I'm Lori Corradino, and I am the new program assistant for the honors program at Town College. And I started in mid-January, so I've been here about 3 months. My journey began, unfortunately, in a global pandemic, so it began remotely. And I started on campus before students were even on campus. So it's been really great to see everyone coming back and to have interactions with students in person and to try to meet them and put names to faces. So it's been a really exciting time.
I'm a professor of political science and endowed chair of international studies. And my journey at E-Town began about 14 years ago. And I came to this beautiful campus for a job interview, and I fell in love with it immediately. And I loved the feeling of community, and I loved the support of my future colleagues. I loved observing their own perspectives towards our jobs and our students. So I immediately fell in love with E-Town, and I accepted the offer right away. And I specialize on international relations, transatlantic security. I'm a very prolific scholar of political science. I just published Turkey-West Relations book with Cambridge University Press in 2019, and my book is forthcoming on security sector reform with Ubiquity Press. To be published with the leading security sector reform non-governmental organization in the world. And I am going to be starting to work on a new book project. So very prolific scholar, and I love what I do. I love interacting with my students, and I love mentoring them to find the paths that will help them succeed and achieve their career goals and achieve overall happiness in their lives as well.
So some of the most rewarding moments for me within the honors program have come from the students' creative projects, particularly in the honors neuro course. So in that course, I have typically asked the students to select a neurological condition or a phenomenon like synaptic transmission, and have them come up with a creative way to communicate that phenomenon. That's not writing a paper, not making a brochure, not doing a presentation, but using a medium that's unexpected. So it might be something artistic. I've had students who've made paintings or sculptures, but it might also be something completely different. So I've had students create a computer program that illustrates synaptic transmission. I've had students create a play where each part of the brain plays a different character. And that particular student actually identified like a key component or function of each aspect of the brain structure that was a character, and then those characters talk to one another like in the characteristic of that particular brain function.
Inspiring my students to find their passions. So to me, the most important thing in life is to find what you are passionate about. And as long as you can identify this passion and pursue this passion in a way to make you feel fulfilled in life, I think that is the best part of our jobs as professors, inspiring our students to find their passion and to fully dedicate themselves towards achieving their career long goals. So I think this is the most rewarding part of my job, to mentor my students, to advise them, to see them succeed, to challenge them to do their best, to give all of their own to the projects that they are working on, to instill a work ethic on my students. These are the best parts of my job, I think. Very rewarding.
I worked for many years as a program director at another college, and I was ready for a change. As a longtime resident of Elizabethtown, I've always been impressed by the reputation and the quality of education at Etown College. It's a beautiful campus. There's really engaged students. There's top-notch faculty, and I really love their service-oriented focus. And so for years, I've witnessed students, participating in Take It to the Streets and really actively being involved and volunteering in their community. And, from friends and colleagues, I've only ever heard really good things about Etown College. And so I know of its great reputation, and I was honored to be offered this position, and I'm very excited to be part of the honors program team at Etown.
So I've been teaching the first year seminar at the Honors College, the game theory seminar, which is one of the most fun classes for me to teach. I genuinely like honor students. I find them to be curious. I find them to be very capable, and I find them to be a lot of fun. I think one of the great things about the honors program that students come to college and they start majoring and minoring in the thing that interests them, and then they end up being surrounded by people that are like-minded. So if you're a business student, with the business students quite a bit. You spend a lot of time in the living community with them, in classes and otherwise. For honors kids, there is an opportunity to reach across all these disciplines and to engage with each other. And I find that many of my students whom I've had in the first year seminar, which is the very first class of the honors program, are still in communication with each other. I see them going out together. I see them meeting together. So even though they're in very different schools, very different majors, and have very different paths, they forged a lot of relationships with each other. And that's what I think the main strength of Elizabethtown College and of the honors program as well.
So considering prospective students when they're trying to decide where they should attend college, I would say always look for a place that's going to nurture you as a whole person, some place that's going to take an interest in you beyond just your academic performance. So we know that our lives are not just about our career. We know that many students change their major. We know that most people change their job several times during their working life. And so you want to find a school that will get you what you need to get your degree, but also encourage you to explore other aspects of your life, other interests. So I've had students who have majors like related to business, for example, but who are really committed to service and who do a lot of volunteer work. At eTown, that's encouraged, that counts. That is something that we want you to develop. It's not a distraction. And so I would say when you're looking for a place to spend 4 years of this formative period of your life, look for a place that's going to care about the whole person, where you'll be encouraged to form mentoring relationships with faculty in and outside of your academic program.
If I was talking to a prospective student, I think that is a tough question because it is a really personal decision, but I would tell that student probably what I would tell my own daughter: to find a school that feels right? Make sure it's the right size for you, that it's the right comfort level, that you have the right connection with your faculty. And I know for my own daughter, a smaller school like Elizabethtown would be a great fit. And I would feel comfortable knowing that she was going to get the individualized attention that would help her and really benefit her. And what had me sold on eTown? Well, I think I mentioned earlier, I was sold on the solid reputation of eTown College. I've never heard anything but glowing, positive praise about the school. And after working here, I have to agree. Everyone is remarkably helpful, professional, pleasant, and most importantly to me, focused on the students and helping them be successful and finding their success. So it's been a joy to work at eTown, and most especially with the team at the honors program.
We are small, we are personal, we are about relationships. So you're going to meet some like-minded people. You're going to surround yourself with people who are who you can learn from, who it's fun to be around, who are going to inspire you, who are going to drive you, who are going to make you into a better person. And I think that's especially true for the honors college. I'd say there are many honors programs out there. The Elizabethtown College Honors Program tries very hard to be student driven. So we want students in the driver's seat. We want students to participate. We want students to um, decide what's going to happen. We want students to engage with one another, and we want students to get as much as we can out of the program. I've participated in teaching classes. I've sat on the honors committee approving honors courses. I've been to the HOOT, which is our team building orientation. I've been to the graduations and events at the vineyards, and I am in contact with many of my former students, large portion of whom are honor students. So it's been a really fun journey for me, and I'm really glad that I got to be part of their story, and I got invited to participate in the honors program.
I would definitely emphasize the importance of individualized attention that they should seek to get from their institution. I have graduated from very prestigious universities, but all of them have been public schools, public universities, public institutions. And there is certainly a major difference between what here we offer to our students here at ETOWN and what are offered to other students in my previous institutions. And I cannot emphasize this enough. The feel that you have here, the one-on-one mentorship that you have from your professors, the individualized care and attention you receive from your professors here at ETOWN is unmatched anywhere that I have taught around the world. And I need to add that I taught in Poland, Ukraine, Kosovo, Turkey, in Texas, as well as in Minnesota. So I have a very broad experience of teaching around the world, and I can say it with great confidence that what we provide to our students here at ETOWN is really truly unmatched in terms of the attention, the amount of time that we spend on shaping our students' resumes, shaping, broadening their mindsets, their horizons. This is truly unmatched, and we do it with all of our heart poured into this process, really. We love seeing our students succeed. We love being proud of their accomplishments, and we truly want to help our students in achieving their goals. And I do not see anything like this elsewhere in the previous experiences that I had in higher education. So I'm very proud to be part of this beautiful community.
Now that we have heard from 4 distinguished members of both the Honors Program staff and the Elizabethtown College faculty, we would like you to hear from one more important person, a member of the alumni who had a very special experience with Elizabethtown College.
My journey at Elizabethtown College started like everybody else back when they were touring and applying. And those were some times when I just remember feeling very cared about. I didn't just feel like one more student who was coming in to look at the school or somebody else who was asking questions about dorm life and different academic programs, but I felt like people there wanted to get to know me and thought I was special and cared about me being able to thrive there. And that turned out to be very true. Elizabethtown turned into a place with some of my best memories. And I so valued being somebody who was cared about and who was able to thrive in that network of different groups of friends with different interests and professors that were able to challenge you. Elizabethtown really turned out to be the home away from home that I was looking for. My journey with the honors program began before school even started. On the first day of freshman year, I was in an honors freshman seminar, and at that time, all of the honors program students lived in the same dorm together on a couple different floors. And when I think about the honors program in general, my mind instantly goes back to those memories the first few months of school freshman year. I was so thankful to be able to start college with that automatic support system there, with other students who valued hard work the way that I did, but were also able to enjoy each other and go try different things in the area and get to know one another. So when I think back to how everything started in the honors program, those first few months, those first few weeks, when we were really able to develop those relationships because we had that commonality in the honors program, really made all the difference in my college experience. When I think to graduation day, my best friends that were there with me were friends that I had made in the honors program. When I think about some of the most rewarding times that I had in the honors program, it doesn't come down to one single huge moment. And honestly, it doesn't come down to what was on my diploma, but really it's rooted in all of those special memories that I have with the people that I was able to get to know through the honors program. You know, I think about going to do mini golf and going out to get ice cream and a ton of meals at the cafeteria, the Thanksgiving dinners where we all went together. And it all really comes back to that large group of people that started the honors program together. And even though we might not have all stayed, the best of friends the entire course of college, we all stayed close to one another, and we still kept in touch with one another. And when I think back to getting to graduation, the people that I was looking around for were the ones who I had started with in the honors program, and I was happy for them and proud of them because we went back to day one together. And I just remember a lot of really special memories that we had because we were able to come together with a shared value of wanting to work hard in college, but also wanting to explore and to challenge ourselves. And that definitely made me grow. I tended to gravitate more towards honors English classes because I was an English major. And I remember something that Dr. Warkemper said that stuck with me as I've gone through my career. And it was that whenever you read a book more than once, it never affects you the same way twice. And that's something that I've really tried to apply to my career and education and help students think about text in different ways and think about how different circumstances affect us differently throughout our lives. So I thought that was a great pearl of wisdom that he shared. And I was able to get to know Dr. Warkemper through the honors program. The professors were always something that I really loved about Elizabethtown. I did not feel like I was just someone in a seat in a huge auditorium where no one knew me. And I didn't feel like I was just doing work to submit assignments that then they would send back to me. I really felt like the professors cared about the students, just all of them at Elizabethtown. And I felt like I was really able to grow from their classes.
Hello, I'm William Patterson. I have been your virtual tour guide these last 3 weeks through this honors program docuseries. It's a pleasure to meet you all virtually. First and foremost, I would like to say thank you for tuning in and watching each of these videos on our college YouTube channel. It means a great deal that you are engaging with our content. Secondly, I would like to thank each of the interviewees that have participated in this docuseries. It's been a pleasure interviewing you and learning more about you, and I am sure that our viewers would agree. So thank you to our 4 students. Thank you so much to our 3 members of the alumni that were interviewed. And lastly, thank you so much to our director, Dr. Oya Azkancha, our program assistant, Ms. Lori Corradino, and our 2 members of the faculty. It means a great deal that all of you participated in this project. I started this docuseries as a project for my senior communications capstone course, but it's grown into something so much more than that. It's a way to truly connect with each of our students and members of the honors program community. My hope is that this will continue to grow into something that is revolutionary, and it's only the beginning. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go Blue Jays.